23rd Psalm, which most of us know pretty well, but for most of us is more like looking at a picture of a high mountain lake than it is being where the lake is and being able to see into its perfectly clear waters. It reads, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." What do I want in life other than what I imagine freedom is? If you could understand it, that's everything about your life is the pursuit of freedom, and the freedom that you pursue is nothing but the opposite of the thing that you feel a prisoner of. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He brings me into a place of perfect reflection, not imperfect retrospective thinking about an event that my reaction named. He restoreth my soul. All that means is that when a person is within the moment where heaven and earth meet, he can only be there in a soulful understanding of his or her real purpose. So he's restored because he's aligned with the living word. That's why he's restored. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Not I lead myself seeking an escape from everything that I think is wrong, but rather I surrender to an understanding that reveals me that what is truly right is for me to take my rightful place in this moment as the recipient of the only thing that can unite heaven and earth in me. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Now, how can I walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil unless I understand that the shadows of death I see are my reactions to a moment that I've named and then I fear as being the moment itself? For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me, which I've spoken about before. The rod and the staff that the shepherd used, the staff had a hook, guide the sheep so they wouldn't walk off the edge. And what do you think the rod was for if the sheep didn't obey the staff? Bang! Wake up, stupid sheep, you're about to go off the edge of a cliff. How can a rod and a staff comfort me? Are they not opposites? Together they produce a single effect: safety in the presence of the shepherd, of what the moment is trying to bring about in me if I would be within the moment and what it reveals. And then the part that I really wanted to translate. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Who are my enemies? Who are my enemies? What are my enemies? When I'm outside the event, my enemy is everything that has been named as responsible for my pain. That's my enemy. And no enemy exists outside of the moment other than my own reaction that then I resist and try to resolve. He prepared a table in the presence of my enemies. The feast is within the opposites, not trying to escape them. The feast is in my conscious relationship to the opposites, to the unmovable nature and the unstoppable force. The feast is there. Why? Because I am transformed there. I know myself as the transformation. Which is what it says next. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell within the house of the Lord forever. Not outside the house of the Lord.